Hello, good afternoon to you.
Good afternoon, Shaun.
We were just talking about repossessions and a group out there called Phoenix who are helping people. Great to hear that.
Yes.
You're interested in that story particularly because?
Yeah, because Phoenix, I never heard of them, okay? And he talked about people's mortgages being sold off to Vulture funds, okay? Okay, well, the simplicity of that is if you have taken out a loan with, whatever bank or lender, you have an agreement solely with that lender, okay? If they decide to transfer or sell your loan agreement to somebody else, that means somebody else has bought it.
Yeah.
If they have purchased it without your permission, you don't have any contract with them. The transfer agreement between your original lender and the Vulture fund is likely to have taken place for a figure as small as €1. If the figure was more than €100, they're liable to pay stamp duty on it. And from our knowledge, nobody has paid stamp duty on any transfer of loans between your original lender and the new Vulture fund. So basically, somebody has bought your loan, and it's happy days for you if you follow the proper procedure now.
So have you experienced this?
We are experiencing this all over the country at present. Donegal is one of the last places to be getting educated on this, and it's happening over the last 3 months, and we have meetings in Letterkenny now every week.
So go on. Okay. Explain. Have you had success with this? I mean, is that what you're saying?
Nobody is losing their homes now since they got involved in this. They are simply going into the court, if they're summoned to court or whatever, or called to the court by their bank. What they're asking from the bank or the bank solicitor that's in there representing them, please show us the original agreement we have with you regarding any outstanding loan or debt that we may owe you.
Yeah.
And only last Monday week when I was in the court, a solicitor for the bank stood up and says, you won't be seeing any original agreement or any original document.
Okay, I don't want to talk about cases that are before the courts.
No, I'm not talking about cases.
Right, are you saying, can you tell me that there's somebody that's been through this procedure and has, beaten that situation, if you like? They've won over it?
The banks are getting beaten on the courts with this demand of information, which you are allowed to demand the original documents. It's written down in the Land and Conveyancing Act that it's under CC 17, it's in black and white, that you can demand all information that the lender has to prove or verify that you owe them money, and the banks or the lenders cannot do this. It is quite unbelievable.
And why can't they do it again?
Because they have sold off the loan without your permission, securitized your original document, and they are gone, basically, for good. Nobody has ever produced the original documents, and it's really breaking news, breaking ground up in Donegal over the last couple of months, and it's happening all over the country.
Okay, well, we mentioned Phoenix. They say they can help. What can you do to help?
Well, come to the meetings on a Monday night and learn the simple laws or the simple procedure that when you're in court and you're facing possession, you can demand very simple things. Please verify to me that I owe you money, and the banks, believe it or not, cannot do it.
So you're saying prove it. Show me where I signed the document. Bring the documents in.
Yes.
And it sounds too simple. It just sounds too simple.
It is that simple, Shaun. You can go on and say, look, you're not refusing to pay your mortgage, okay? You're simply demanding from the banks or your lender that you owe them a debt. And if they cannot prove it, then, it's up to the plaintiff to prove their case. Okay,
I'm going to come back on this one, Michael. Thanks for joining us.
Can I just say on one last?
Go ahead.
There's another finance company out there called...
Hang on, I don't want
to... sorry, yes, okay.
Okay.
There's another case out there that we have proven that a lender hasn't even got a license to trade.
All right, well, that's something... We're not at privy to talk about people like that on air for legal reasons. Okay.
So can I ask everybody that if they're interested in this, it's Monday nights in Letterkenny. You can just Facebook me on my Michael Mooney Facebook page, and we'll pass on the information. And do not fear banks. Do not fear not paying your mortgage. Get a little bit of education on it, and start turning the tide on all this crippling debt.
Okay. Thanks, Michael. Thank you for that.
Thanks,
Appreciate
Shaun,
it. 12 minutes past 12 o'clock.